Ladies and gentlemen, we are an assassin now. Hello and welcome back to more Bloodstained Hands. And despite that title, our hands are currently very much not bloodstained. We have not killed anything yet. But we're going to change that today. So before we get into it, oh my god, my voice. Before we get into it, there is something I found out while reading through the page. As always, I leave a link to the page in the description, so if you want to get the game yourself, you can go there and, download it and stuff. There is a guide for the story missions and side quests on that page. And they are spoilery as all hell. So, I'm not going to... Hold on, actually... I feel like the volume is a little low, so let me just... Let's go 85. So, during that whole sequence back at the end of episode 1, before we ended up here in the sanctuary, it turns out there is actually an alternate ending you can get by doing something different than just going outside like I did before. However, doing that puts you into a fight that you will very much not likely win on your first playthrough. So, because of that, I'm going to wait until we're done with the main game to show off the alternate ending. So that's going to be a thing. But anyway, outside of that, I found out something funny. More like from me ignoring everything. This right here is the members list. We can change our name whenever. Right now we're Fang, but we can change the name to whatever we want as long as it's within 8 characters. No, hold on. So, I may or may not change the name every so often just for variety's sake. So just a warning there. But let's get to our training. We got this guy here. No one chooses this life. Either they were born into it or forced under difficult circumstances. Now you're living it, you have no other options. The best you can do now is embrace it as your new world. Well, okay. You should go see Shadow in the training room, okay? You can practice your lockpicking gear. We got 5 lockpicks. And we can practice lockpicking. Let's start the tutorial. Lockpicking is a skill that allows you to open locked chests and chests without a key. When you encounter a lock that you pick, the lock will appear on your screen like this. You can only pick a lock if you have lockpicks on hand. Your total number of lockpicks will appear in the bottom of the screen. In order to pick the lock, you need to find the right angle to set your pick. Use the left and right arrow keys to adjust your angle. Once you set your angle, press the selection key to attempt to pick the lock. If the pick gets jammed, the lock will stop turning, and you'll need to adjust again. If you continue to attempt to pick a lock at the wrong angle, you will break the pick you're currently using. Run out of picks, you'll be unable to open the lock, and you'll come back for more later. Once you find the right angle, the lock will begin to turn. Pressing and holding the selection key will continue to turn the lock. If the pick is not precisely the right angle, the lock may jam along the way. If the angle is correct, you'll be able to turn the lock completely to the open position. If the lock is turned a full 90 degrees, the lock will open the door to the chest or chest will open. Alright, so let's give it a try. One more. There. There. Oh, okay. That's how it works. Alright. So now that we've done our lockpicking tutorial, who are you? Some of the assassins were fighters before they joined, because each assassin has a unique fighting style. Some use bows and others use swords, but each assassin is equally deadly. Alright, Shadow, teach me how to kill things. Okay, your training begins here. If you want to save your family, if you want to be of any use to us, you need to learn how to fight. I already forgot what I did with these characters' voices. It's been a while. I've never done any fighting before. Everyone instinctively knows how to fight. It's not hard. Everyone has experienced pain. And it's not hard to figure out how to make others feel it too. Whoa there, pal. The difference between us and common brawlers is simple. We're professionals. How does that make you any different from a mercenary or a soldier? Mercenaries are professionals who fight and kill for profit. Soldiers are professionals who fight and kill for their lord. Warriors are professionals who fight and kill for glory. But assassins, we kill for purpose. We kill strategically, for the sake of the Empire. One kill can topple an empire. It has to be just the right kill. And we make the right kills. I noticed you didn't say fight and kill, just kill. Yes, because a true assassin knows the fight is just a formality. The kill is what matters. How you get there doesn't. I still have no fighting experience. Good, that means you don't have any unlearning to do. As you grow, you'll learn the subtle differences between a good fighter and a professional fighter. For now, though, we'll start with the basics. You ready? Walk me through it. Shadow emerged! Alright, let's get started. The first thing to understand about combat is this. The faster combatant moves first. The faster you are, the more frequently you can attack. Well, that's sort of obvious. Look underneath us. See those meters? Those are called weight gauges. Those will gradually fill over time. When a weight gauge fills, that person can take an action. What? What are you talking about? Ignore him. I'm talking to you, the person reading this. Oh my gosh. You're not making any sense. Fang, shut up for a second. I'll get to you soon. There are a number of actions you can choose from. The most basic attack is attack. Attack pits your strength and weapon bent against your opponent's defense. This is an example of an attack. Wait! Damn it, Shadow! Warn me when you're going to do that! Aside from attacking, you can also use skills. Skills come in many forms, and different classes have different categories of skills. Mages, for example, use spells. If a skill has an MP cost, the cost will appear next to the name of the skill. Skills with an MP cost cannot be used if the user is silenced. Physical skills have no cost. Spells and certain physical skills can take a little extra time to fire off. The more advanced the skill, the more time it will take to charge up. When a skill is charging, your weight gauge will be replaced in an execute gauge, or just EX gauge for short. When that gauge fills, you'll immediately use the selected skill. Most physical skills can be executed right away and don't need time to charge. To demonstrate, I'll show you a physical skill. Uh-oh. Seriously? This is how you train people? At this point, I should mention health bars. Enemy health bars only appear when damage is being taken, but ally health bars appear on the bottom of the screen. Watch your health bar closely. If they drop to 0, they'll get knocked out. You'll need to be healed by either a stimulant or by resting. Items can be used in much the same way as skills, but they can be used by anyone for anyone. There are medicinal items, damaging items, and so forth. Instead of an MP cost, the number of items you have available will appear next to the name of the item. Items that cannot be used in combat will be listed. Items also carry another advantage, in that they can be used instantly and require no time to charge. A good example of using an item in combat is using a medicine. Aside from these three actions, you can also spend a turn to focus. When you focus, you can restore a small amount of MP, giving you a chance to use more skills. It's not as effective as using a remedy, but it can help sustain you if you got no other options and need a pick-me-up. There are 2 more actions, but they won't be listed in the dialogue window. These are Wait and Escape. Wait is a passive action used by pressing the cancel button. It empties a small amount of your weight gauge, allowing another person to take an action first. Escape is a way to get out of the battle without fighting. You won't gain experience, and you may take a few hits, but it's always an option in wild battles if you're in a rush. To escape, hold the L button while no weight gauges are full. Your weight gauge will no longer fill, but your enemies can still move. While this is happening, the escape gauge in the top corner will fill. When it fills entirely, you'll escape the battle. Mandatory battles such as this one cannot be escaped. The last thing I'll mention is Overdrive. Overdrive will let you take damage or perform certain tasks. Different fighters are motivated by different things. If you work hard enough to find yourself in a desperate situation, you might find yourself capable of doing more than you could before. Don't expect to do it consistently. Alright, I think that's it. Let's put it into practice. Well, okay, we won. We didn't do anything. Are you done? That was the weirdest conversation I've ever been a part of. Sorry, had to break the fourth wall a bit. Would have not been able to make sense of it otherwise. I'm done now. Alright, so what now? Now, let's see your form. Hit that train dummy with everything you've got. Try to test each of the things I just talked about. Sure. Training dummy emerged. Alright, so basically we can just wail on this thing a little bit. We don't have any techniques, we can focus. We have no items. We can wait. So basically, it's just the active time battle system. It's nothing too special. We don't have anything really to work with yet. Well, you need work, but that's why I'm here. You've got fairly solid instincts, but you're severely lacking in skill. Wow, thanks. What do you expect? I haven't fought a day in my life. Fair enough. You'll have plenty of time to improve anyway. For now, let's find out what type of assassin you're likely to be. What do you mean? There are 3 different types of assassins. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and based on your answers, I can determine how I should train you. This section here reminds me a lot of the Demonica quiz at the start of Strange Journey, which basically determined how your stat allocation would go, which means you could very easily be skewed by having less magic, and that just kind of screws you in late game, because a lot of enemies have incredibly dangerous magic attacks. But this isn't an SMT game, this is Bloodstained Hands, so hopefully we won't have something like that. Okay, that seems simple enough. It is simple, but highly important. Before we begin, let me explain the 3 different types of assassins. There are 3 types: stealth, combat, and endurance. The first type is stealth assassin. These assassins usually prefer to sneak around enemies rather than confront them head-on. The second type is the combat assassin. This assassin sees a room full of soldiers like a lion sees a herd of deer as prey. Killing is considered second nature to this assassin. The third and final type is the endurance assassin. Fairly uncommon, but highly skilled. This assassin shrugs off attacks that would cripple anyone else. Each type offers various perks that I will describe in detail later, but for now, let's get through those questions. Okay, I'm ready. First question. Suppose you get ambushed while on the road. You're far from town, but you're not in a hurry. You could handle this encounter, but you might take some hits. What do you do? Fight. Encounters in the wild are a good way to gain some fighting experience and improve yourself without putting yourself at too much risk. Good choice. Question 2. While on a mission, you find yourself facing a dangerous opponent. This enemy hits hard and can take a beating, and it's fast. The risk of injury or death is high. What do you do? Weaken the opponent? In a contest of strength, you'll likely lose. Best to play even the playing field and give yourself a better shot at dealing with them. Question 3. Some people prefer to be respected. Many fighters like to be feared. As an assassin, you have the ability to change what people think about you. What would you rather be? Assassins shouldn't be respected or feared, I think. I don't know. Wouldn't you want to be afraid of an assassin? If you are feared, your enemies will cower in your presence, granting you an advantage in almost any skirmish. Final question. There are a number of different fighting styles. Some prefer to keep things simple. Others prefer complex strategies that capitalize on strengths. What do you... Keeping things simple is nice, but balance is always good. Developing your abilities is all well and good, but that doesn't mean you can neglect your basic combat training. You need to be able to adapt to circumstances. Alright, I'm starting to see what kind of fighter you're likely to be. What do you think? It seems to me you would be best suited as a combat assassin. This will allow you to find faster and more efficient ways of killing your target. Regardless of my opinion, the choice is up to you. Be careful how you choose, for you can't change your mind later. Whatever you choose, I'll teach you a technique that will solidify your fighting style. You can practice these techniques on your own. So what will it be? So, whichever one you pick, you're going to get boosts to certain stats. I don't know exactly what those boosts are, because I didn't make any notes, but when I did a test recording, I got Combat Assassin, and Combat Assassin kind of looks like my style, so I'm going to pick Combat, huh? Alright, I'm going to teach you the skill Venom. This will inflict your target with a deadly poison that slowly eats them away from the inside. Fang learned Venom 1. Your strength and spirit have increased. Wow, I feel good, like I can take on anything. These are powerful skills, passed down from those 3 of the greatest assassins. I wish I could teach you all 3, but they're too powerful for you to manage. If you use your skill regularly, you'll improve it vastly. If you neglect to train it, you won't improve. But don't forget to balance your other traits too. What do you mean? If you focus on your skill too much, you'll outgrow it before your body is ready. If you don't think you're improving, it's probably because you aren't ready to improve. In other words, there's no need to train something that can't be improved any more than what you can already handle. Okay, I think I get it. I'll work at it. Good. Now you should get some rest. You've got a long day ahead of you tomorrow. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. We're just going around. Ah, what the hell? Shadow, what did you just do? Next time, I might not use a blunted dagger. What? As an assassin, you will make enemies. Some of them may try to come at you while you sleep. When you wake up, the first thing you should always do is take stock of your surroundings. Check your senses. Is anything out of place? Are you in danger? I won't do this every time because I don't want you to know when it's coming, but every now and then, I'll wake you up just the same way I did. By throwing a dagger at me? Yes. If you can't recognize the danger within 3 seconds of waking up, you'll get hit. Dodge. Deflect it. Do what you have to, but don't ever get hit. Because I might not use a blunted dagger next time. Yes, sir. Good. Now get up. It's time to train. Jesus. Alright, more training. Let's go. Where are you? You're tired. The chambers are here at bed. You can rest in. Okay, thanks. Alright, here we go. More training. Time to learn about weapons. What do I need to know? In order to be truly effective in any form of combat, you need to be proficient with at least one type of weapon. You'll never know when you'll find a weapon in your travels, so for added versatility, I'm going to teach you how to use 2 different types of weapons. What kind of weapons are there? Oh, there's lots. Swords, spears, staves, great swords, you name it. However, I can only teach you how to use daggers and katanas. Why is that? Because they are the only weapons I know how to use myself. Makes sense. Let's start with the katana. We got a wooden katana. Katanas are straight blades, straight edged swords. They're sharp, lightweight, and perfect for targeting critical points. They're stronger than daggers, but have a drawback. Katanas take a lot of focus to use, can be unwieldy if you're new to them. As a result, you have to use 2 hands to use them effectively. If you're eager to cut down your enemy, you can try a flurry of blows, but you'll sacrifice accuracy and power for each strike for speed. Let me give you a quick lesson. Okay, the lesson is clearly happening off screen. Good. Now give it a try. Yes, sir. Alright, so the training dummy returns, and now we have a weapon to beat it up with. We do a lot more damage with this thing. We can also use Venom 1, which, it can poison. Use is 1 out of 10. Okay, so... Wait, can I actually just, like, farm this? To hold the escape button. I just want to see if I can farm this. No. Well, I mean, there's still one more training session here after this, so I'm just gonna do 5. Alright, so L? The L key? Oh, wait. Shit. No. Okay, there we go. Not bad. Now let's move on to daggers. Meet me at the range. And we're just gonna moved. Oh, never mind. You really? You moved like 5 feet, dude. Daggers are basically knives for combat. Short, sharp, and easy to wield. Daggers are great for dealing out multiple quick slashes. Unfortunately, cuts with a dagger aren't quite as lethal as those from a katana. You can easily use 2 at once, but each cut won't do quite as much damage as a katana. Dual wielding can cause your accuracy to suffer, but I'll teach you a trick to throwing knives that makes it impossible to miss, even if you only throw 1. Let me teach you. And then he's gonna tutorialize us off screen. Good. Now test the daggers. Try that throwing trick a few times if you can. Yes, sir. Alright, we got a pair of wooden daggers. And the training dummy is back for one last beatdown. Wow, I got crit. Okay, so let's try Venom a few more times. As you can see, we are doing less damage. Our overdrive gauge is very filling up. Alright. Okay, yeah. And one more. Venom 2! Dude, you can farm Venom. Oh my god. Alright. So it seems like my MP restores, so let's just farm this skill some more, why don't we? Oh, okay, there we go, we're done. Good work. It looked like you're picking that up pretty quick. Let me just take those weapons back. Alright, well, so what now? We'll continue with weapons training later. I'll teach you the nuances of various strikes and how to target critical spots. For now, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oh? Who's that? The Guildmaster. Come with me. Guildmaster, allow me to introduce our newest recruit, Fang. Pleased to meet you, sir. You are the one who caused Shadow to nearly expose our location to the Empire. With all due respect, that was my blunder. Fang had nothing to do with that. Shadow has placed a great deal of faith in you. You better not disappoint him. Yes, sir. If you manage to survive your training, you will answer to me. I hand out missions here and oversee the major progression of our prime objective. And what is that objective? You are nothing but a recruit. You have not earned that information yet. Yes, sir. Prove yourself. Then you will have earned my respect and your place among the other assassins. Carry on, Shadow. Yes, sir. Your will, my blade. Kind of cold. He's got a lot at stake, and he's earned the right to be cold. Who is he? Why does he wear that mask? Might want to be careful around your questions about him. Ask the wrong one, it could cost you your life. He founded this guild. His past is mostly based in rumors, but as I understood it, he used to work for the Emperor. Emperor Leonardo? No, he used to work for the Emperor a century ago. What? What? How? He's not mortal, at least not anymore. He wears the mask because no one knows what he looks like underneath. There's rumors there's nothing underneath, just a ghost. That makes no sense. I suspect he created a lot of the rumors to hide the truth, but I heard something about summoning gone bad, body destroyed, cursed immortality, you know. Immortality is a curse? It could be, I guess, if you lost everything. Look, I don't know the truth. Far as I know, no one does. But he's been around longer than anyone, and he knows Ilithia inside and out. And that's why you think he used to work for the Emperor? Yeah, that, and he seems to know exactly what Cain is attempting. He's got a plan to stop him from whatever it is he's planning. Do you trust him? With my life. If you earn your place, he'll warm up. But don't ever cross him if you plan on surviving the experience. Understood. Good. I've said too much. Let's get back to training. Yes, sir. Training continued for several months. Under Shadow's tutelage, Fang learned everything on how to be a perfect human weapon. He trained with weapons, with fists, and with skills. He experienced nearly intolerable levels of pain, and went through a strict fitness regimen to build lean muscle. He learned a variety of infiltration skills such as lockpicking and the art of disguise, and throughout it all, he learned about Ilithia, its geography, and politics. Ilithia is governed by 4 generals, each of whom answer to the Emperor. General Don, the Militant, General Astrid, the Strategist, General Gareth, the Ruthless, and General Samson, the Honorable. As part of his training, Fang became familiar with the tactics and skills of these generals and their men, and as his training neared its end, it came time to test his resolve. Fang, it's time. Time? For what? For you to understand. Pack your things. We're heading out. Yes, sir. Oh, it's time. What are we doing here? This place is swarming with Garrus men. This is the entrance to the barracks of Beluha prison. The guards sleep here. You're here to see. See? See what? Just watch. Gods, do you ever stop screaming? Stay back, stop! You think you're gonna get off easy? I know what you are. Your whole village is descended from some of the worst criminals in history. You deserve this! No! You're just going to watch this? Stop them! Can't. The door's locked. There are too many of them. But you had to see. See what? This is horrible! You had to see why. These soldiers, they're animals, and they shouldn't be. What are you talking about? Garrett teaches his men to be ruthless, and this prison is far from most civilization. The soldiers here can do what they want, and no one will stop them. Why show me this? So that you'd know. There's no room for innocence, kid. Don't want to pretend this stuff doesn't exist? You won't last a day in the real world. You want to help your family? You gotta be willing to kill for it. You have to know what's out there, so that when the time comes for you to kill, you won't hesitate. Not all of them are like this, maybe not even most, but when you look in the eyes of your foe, there's no room for humanity. You kill them, or they will kill you. Every time you think you can't do it, I want you to remember this. Remember the cost of letting these animals run free, because if you won't kill them, no one will. And the next innocent who gets hurt by these monsters will be on your head. This is why we have to stop Cain. There's no such thing as order anymore. I understand. Do you? Or are you just trying to avert your eyes? No, I understand. I won't hesitate. Good. Though let's get out of here before we get caught. You look exhausted. You should get some rest. Yeah, okay. Take it easy, kid. It's hard having your innocence taken away, but we've only just begun. Yeah, we still haven't knifed someone yet. Oh. Nicely done. Drop it. You pass. Given that I'm still alive, yeah. No, you passed. Your test. You're ready. You're ready to call yourself an assassin. I am? You've learned everything I have to teach you. You have a lot to learn still, but everything from here on out can be taught through experience. But I have one last test for you. Meet me by the pools. Yes, sir. Alright, it's time for our final test. We still only have 3 saves. It is 6 PM in game time. Oh. Ready for your final test? What is this? You want to be one of us? Prove it. Kill this soldier. What? You can't be an assassin without getting blood on your hands. This is the first drop. He's unarmed. He's helpless. He found this place on a scout of the village. We can't let him go. He has to die. I managed to capture and realize this is the perfect test for you. If you want to be an assassin, you have to kill. No hesitation. This is murder. Remember what I said? We're professionals. We don't fight and kill, we just kill. Everything else is just a formality. The end result is what matters. It's time. Make your choice. Are you going to be like one of us or not? Well, I mean, when you think long and hard about it, after what we saw back at the prison, these guys kind of do deserve it. Not gonna lie. So, nice knowing you, buddy. Okay. Congratulations, you're now an assassin. You'll be able to sleep again in a couple days. The nightmares may stop, but I doubt it. Try to eat if you can. I'll check in on you every couple of hours. I'll leave you be. And so Fang's training came to an end. As he embraced the coming days, Fang prepared to set out and face the outside world. Is that it? Well, Fang, you're an assassin now. How does it feel? Different. I didn't think I'd ever come this far. Well, you have, and you've earned it. I'll let the guildmaster know that you're ready for a mission. You can also accept missions from the other assassins if you're looking for some extra work. They'll have small jobs coming in from time to time. Understood. What should I do now? I can't accept missions till the guildmaster gets back. I hear Marissa got back today. She's one of our only female members, but don't let this deceive you. She's as skilled as anyone here. Anyway, I hear she has a few spare weapons. You should ask her if she'll give you one. You'll find her by the pools. Get to know the assassins as well. There are some pretty interesting people here. Just keep yourself occupied till the guildmaster gets here. Great, I'll do that. See you later, Shadow. Yeah, don't get yourself killed. Okay, who are you? You're new here, eh? If you're going out into that world, come chat with me before you do. Why is that? I'm a scout. I don't get missions like the other assassins here do, but I do look for work that can be done in various towns and villages. If something catches my interest, I'll pass the information on to you. So you don't give jobs, but you hear of someone in the world who might have a job? You let me know? Exactly. Just check in with me whenever you return from a mission, and I might have something for you. Sounds good. Do you have any work that needs to be done now? Not yet. Don't worry, I'll keep an ear out. Alright, cool. So we have the name thing there. So you're an assassin now, huh? I guess that means you'll be needing some missions. I bet Shadow didn't even know to tell you what missions I give out. No, he didn't. What kind of missions are there? There are 3 assassins who give out missions, aside from the guildmaster. Each mission type is designed for various types of assassins. My missions are targeted more towards combat assassins. They involve tracking down a target and taking their life. This can be in nature, a dungeon, or even in a city. Killing outside the city does bring monsters to the picture, so make reaching your target more difficult and getting out just as tough. Be careful about killing within city walls. Your targets will be easier to kill, but the city guard will try and stop you. You'll have to kill them. No witnesses. Of course, there are always less patrols at night. Regardless, if you ever feel like killing, just see me. I'll pay you well. Probably even better than the other assassins. So the assassins... Okay. I already know that. So, Shadow says you can accept missions now. Well, I guess I could use some assistance from time to time if you're seeking some extra coin. What do you need? I'm an alchemist. I can buy various ingredients to create useful potions and deadly poisons. Problem is, a lot of the ingredients I require can only be found in certain locations that are difficult to reach by myself. Most of the time, when a particularly rare ingredient turns up, it's been hoarded away by paranoid collectors. Quite often, those ingredients have been stashed in chests in various dangerous locations around the world. In that situation, you have to contend with the monsters of that area while you search for the chest. However, there are times when the ingredients being kept in a city. In this case, these collectors have a nasty habit of burying the ingredient. That happens will provide you with a spade, and you'll have to dig it up once you find it. Try looking for piles of dirt like this. Once you have the ingredient, bring it back to me and I'll reward you. What would it be? What would be in it for me? Aside from rewarding your efforts with gold, I'll also provide you with some useful potions and poisons. You can choose to use them yourself or sell them for more gold. That seems fair, I suppose. Good. Let me know if you ever want to go plant hunting. Okay. If you're looking to fill with some tumblers, let me know. I can handle all missions related to breaking and entering. What exactly does that entail? Quite often we hear of stolen goods need to be returned, or rare items to be put to better use. My job is to track down those items and put them into the right hands. And how do you go about doing that? Well, if the item in question is with say, you'll need to break into the house or shop where it's held. Once inside, you'll have to locate the chest or lockbox where it's hidden and break into that as well. Fortunately, it's not that simple. You only break into houses undetected at night. If you try to open a lockbox during the day, you'll get caught. However, there are cases where a strong box has been hidden in the wilderness or in dangerous structures. In this case, you'll have to track down the strong box to unlock it. You'll need to be careful of monsters. And once I have the item, I bring it back to you. What do you do with it? If it's been stolen from someone else, return it to the original owners. If it's been specifically requested from another assassin, I give it to them. Sometimes we just sell all the item to cover our expenses. Do I get a cut? Of course you get a cut. I'll give you a certain amount of gold depending on how valuable the item is. If you do well, I'll even give you a new weapon as a bonus. No guarantees you'll be able to use it, though. What if I run out of lockpicks in the job? You can come see me. I'll restock your supply, but your cut will be reduced for each lockpick you take. It's highly possible to lose your whole cut if you're a clumsy lockpick. Fair enough. I'll be back for more jobs later. Alright. Wait, can I do these jobs now? Oh, we can buy stuff. So we can buy toxins, shurikens, smoke bombs, and lockpicks. The lockpicks cost way less than everything else. I have, like, no money. Missions? Nope. So apparently missions aren't available until a little bit later. Is my MP healed? Yeah, alright, good. So you're the person I need to see? Are you Marissa? Sure am. You must be new here. What's your name? Fang. Shadow told me you might have a weapon for me. Of course. Typical of him, really. Just because I have a few spare weapons means I'll suddenly hand them over, as though everything I own belongs to the guild. Sorry. He said to ask you for one. It's alright. I do have some weapons I'm not using. I was going to sell them, but if you can make better use of them, I'd be happy to give them to you. Really? That's great. So what has Shadow trained you with? Daggers and katanas, mostly. Okay, well I have a nice bronze dagger if you're interested. You could have this bronze katana. Has Shadow told you the advantages of these? Yeah, early on in training. Refresh me? Alright, well daggers are lighter but weaker than katanas, where katanas are heavier but stronger than daggers. Because daggers are so light, you can easily use two at once. By doing this, you can attack more times in succession, but you'll be a little less accurate. On the other hand, katanas are so heavy that they require both hands used properly. Because of this, you tend to be more precise with a katana and far more accurate. So with two daggers, you'll have more opportunities to hit, possibly hitting vital spots. You'll find katanas to be more reliable. Regardless, they average out to be equally effective. We only get one? You know what? Fine. Take the katana. Alright, we got a bronze katana. By the way, are you traveling alone? Yes. Yeah? Why do you ask? It's dangerous to travel by yourself in these parts. There are monsters and other such fiends. If you are caught by surprise, it could be fatal. If you be passed out in the middle of the mountains, who would be there to help you? I never really thought about it. What should I do about that? You seem like a nice enough guy. I'll travel with you. We can watch each other's backs. Really? Thanks. I appreciate the help. No problem. Now, you need to get a mission, right? Yeah, we should get going. Sounds good. I'll be right behind you. Alright. Marissa has joined the party. She's only level 1, of course. Alright, so oh, wait, it's already equipped. Nice. I mean, so what do you have? A bronze dagger. But she gets dark gloves. So she gets Shroud. Right now. Which is a technique that hides the user. And we get Throw Dagger. Meanwhile, we have 2 overdrives. We have Flurry, and we still have Venom. Alright. We have no other items except our 5 lockpicks. So, now that we have gotten... Wait, can I... gotta use this bed right now. Oh. Now that we've completed our training, next time on Bloodstained Hands, we are gonna go and get our first mission and enter the world. And I'm gonna say first. So I will see you then. Also, Marissa has more MP than me.